Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we literally just got balance changes, so definitely really excited for those. Shelly got a buff. You guys already know PSG Shelly is going to be even better now, but essentially going to be going through the balance changes very quickly, also going through when they are, and then later on in the video going to be telling you the best brawlers to play when the balance changes drop. So definitely make sure to stick around to the end of the video. Make sure to smash the thumbs up. Let me know what balance change you're most hyped for down below. Make sure you're subscribed. And also, make sure you're using code TOM if you're picking anything up in the shop here. You can see, I don't have code TOM in, so scroll to the right. And then you can put my code. I'd very much appreciate that if you're picking anything up in the new update. But yeah, let's get into the changes and exactly when they'll be. Okay, so if you go into the game, you go into news, you go into balance changes, you can see here, we have the balance changes. It says the following changes will take place after today's maintenance, which means we're getting them today. And that's confirmed, obviously, because it's in the game. So expect them today. If you're watching this video, they've already probably dropped, and you might not have realized it. So yeah, we're getting them today, which is super exciting. I'm going to go over them very quickly. And as I said, I'll tell the best brawlers to play as soon as this drops. Bell attack range decrease 6%. So the same as Piper, Brock, and Byron. Now this one is nothing crazy, but I feel like Piper is going to be a better option than Byron on those really open maps now. So definitely not a crazy change. I still feel like Byron would be okay. But yeah, definitely a pretty good change. But rip my barley. Barley attack range decreased by 8%. If you're wondering, his previous buff was by 9%. So he's keeping that 1% difference. You gotta love to see that. Barley gets to keep his 1% extra range. We're all happy. You love to see it. Also, he did get a damage buff to his second star power. His damage star power. Extra nauseous, I believe it's called. So he's still going to have that extra damage. Still feel like Barley's going to be very viable on Siege and a few other maps. Jesse's turret decreased from 3,200 to 3,000. This one's no biggie. Jesse wasn't insane anyway. Honestly, I don't know why they did this change, to be honest, because Jesse wasn't anything crazy. You wouldn't see too much Jesse. Jesse was just like maybe top 10, top 15, just chilling there. I don't really know why we needed this buff, but it won't change much at all because there's only a very small buff. So I guess that's why. Shelly, this is the one you guys have been waiting for. We have a Shelly buff finally. Shelly's fast forward dash length increased 11%. Now it's the same length as Max's. Shell Shock, which is that slow stop power, going to increase from 4 to 4.5 seconds. I believe this is the same time as Crow's slowing Toxin now. So yeah, that should be pretty interesting. Also, Shelly's Band-Aid healing increase from 1,800 to 2,000. Not crazy buffs here, honestly. Just like a few gadget and star power buffs. Honestly, nothing crazy. Shelly's not going to be the best brawler in the game. But Carl, 15% projectile speed increase. Now, this is going to be very, very good. I can definitely see Carl being a top 10, top 5 brawler, especially on Siege, because you can just use that gadget, get the first bolt. It's so important. So I can see Carl being really good again in Gem Grab, Siege, and definitely in Brawl as well, and maybe some other modes, but can definitely see Carl being very good. Brock's main damage increased by 5%. Perfect buff. Brock's shots are just so hard to hit compared to other brawlers, like the newer brawlers like Max, and all the other brawlers we've had. Dynamite speed movement increased by 6.5%. It's the same as El Primo now. You just love to see that. That's amazing. Dynamite meta incoming, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Sandy, again, it's basically like, do you want Sandy meta? If you want Sandy meta, you give a 5-shot to super, and if you don't, then it's 6 hits. So yeah, this one, they just keep changing, honestly. It depends whether Sandy's meta. Sandy will probably no longer be that good, and Max Sandy will see less of. Anyway, Poco requires 5 hits to charge super. Again, this is reverting the nerf, or the buff, sorry. So again, Poco will probably still be playable with Poco Double Tank, but not as insane as he was before. 8-bits plugged in, star power, speed decreased by 20%. So he gets the same speed as normal brawlers. This is definitely going to be a pretty big buff to 8-bit. I feel like it's going to hurt him a lot. Anyway, let's jump into the best brawlers to play. Now the balance changes have dropped. Let's get into it. For the first brawler, I think that, maybe deserved a nerf, maybe didn't, but is Max. So Max is just crazy. There's nothing that can do what Max does. That speed is just like, there's nothing like it in the game, essentially. That can speed your whole team as often and frequently and just be as kind of good as Max. So I think Max is still going to be very good. Maybe Max did deserve enough. Max has been very good for a long time. So yeah, I definitely feel like Max is going to be very good. If you have Power League, if you're playing a lot of Power League, Max is always a great pick in Power League. Just because there's, as I said, Max is completely one of a kind. There's nothing even like what Max does with the kind of speed. Looks like we got given the ball here. Don't want to be bouncing the shots too much. Gonna go for a shot there. Unfortunately, we completely miss it. But yeah, definitely excited to see Max in the meta again, because I don't mind Max in the meta, honestly. That could be worse brawlers like Tick and I don't know what else people don't like. Maybe like what metas do people not like? I don't really know. Maybe like a Jesse Nita meta would be quite boring. They have Jesse and Belle, so if we group together, we are giving them so much value. Need to be careful here. Gonna try and hit some shots, but I still feel like Max is gonna be so good. Belle here gonna be pushing up. Morris should be able to stop that there. If we can get the ball, Morris, we can score. Looks like Morris can't get the ball. M's here. M's is one of the ones I still think, obviously, didn't get too many changes. With less Poco, we might see less M's. But, you know, I still feel like we'll still see quite a bit of M's. Looks like M's is going to get pinched here if my teammate wants to pinch. Looks like they have no idea where the M's is, so we're just going to be careful here. Try and get behind them and try and make a play here. Jesse got super. Didn't really dodge the shots then. As you can see, I'm not the best Max. But yeah, let's see if we can score this. Okay. Nope. Oh my, this is why I don't play Max for Tribe, because I am trash, as you can see right here. That's why we have, you know, 2 very good Maxes on our team. Anyway, let's move here and see if we can get the dub. M's gonna be taken down, hopefully here. M's very weak. Let's wait. Okay, not really sure what to do here. Okay, M's very weak. We're gonna push this here. It should be a kill. I'm gonna push. Well, that dash was so weird. I don't know if that was just me, but that dash looks super weird. Can we pass it up here? Let's see. Looks like Morris maybe can score. M's gonna gadget maybe. Looks like we're gonna score that. Let's get into the next brawler. That's gonna be OP when these balance changes drop. Okay, so the next brawler I want to take a look at is Carl. Now, I think Carl is being very underrated in Heist right now. This heat ejector gadget got a huge buff, and people just aren't using it. We don't see it too much. I feel like it's being very undervalued and kind of underrated inside of Heist. Looks like this Colt has no idea what he's doing. So yeah, Carl's gonna get a little bit of a projectile speed increase, which is so important with Carl. If you guys played Carl back in the day, you'll remember how good it was with when you could basically like get your axe back again and again. But we're gonna go on the safe there and deal a ton of damage, as you can see there. This heat ejector, I feel like it's being very undervalued in Heist right now. Could definitely potentially see it in competitive soon, because we just melted the safe crazy then. That was insane. Okay, so this Belle nerf, although it's going to be pretty small, I feel like it's, yeah, it's going to be small. It's not going to have a huge impact on how Belle is going to be. It's obviously going to change a few of those interactions, particularly with Piper and those longer range brawlers, but it's not going to change much apart from that. Apart from the interactions with those really long range brawlers, where maybe now they're going to have or be on like a bit more of an even playing field with the Byron, the Brock, and also the Piper. I feel like Pipers definitely have the matchup now, just because you have those gadgets as well, and you just need to hit 2 shots, whereas I think with Belle, you would need to hit 3 shots to take out a Piper. So I definitely feel like Piper's going to have a better matchup on a Belle now, because obviously you can outrange, and you're going to only need to hit 2 shots, whereas Belle needs to hit 3. So I feel like Piper's going to be a better option on those long range maps, particularly in Bounty, but not really in Heist, because obviously you can bounce off the safe, and you can just get so much more value with Belle in Heist using that safe, and also in Siege as well with the Ike to don't walk into the meteor, buddy. But 4 people left here. Yeah, definitely feel like Belle's still going to be very strong. Don't feel like this nerf is going to affect too much, although obviously it's going to have an impact on some interactions. But I feel like they could have gone even harder with this nerf, so definitely pretty lucky or unlucky, depending if you like Belle or not, on how you see this change here. Definitely a good change though. Belle, like, something needed to be nerfed. Belle was way too good. So definitely happy to see this coming into the game. Let's see if we can get this Pam here. Okay. Pam is 1 shot, so I guess we can just push this here. And then put some traps down, and hopefully we can do something there. Looks like this... Oh no. Did we target the Gale or did someone else? I don't even know. But we may win this. I don't know. Can we win this? There's a trap here. Let's try and bait the Gale into this trap. Looks like it didn't work. We need to hit our shots here. That's going to be a GG. Okay, next brawler that didn't get enough, maybe deserved to, was Crow. Now, personally, I think that Crow was a little bit too strong. I don't mind Crow being strong. I just feel like the slow, a little bit of a nerf there. Crow's still going to be very good, even if you just give this little slow toxin. 4.5 seconds, I think it is a little too long. And yeah, definitely needs to be reduced in my opinion. So yeah, with this buff, I see a lot of people saying Crow doesn't need to be nerfed, but this isn't going to be a crazy change. It's going to be a tiny change that's going to affect maybe just like the kind of top players that use this Crow slow. And I honestly don't think it's going to affect most of you guys as much as maybe you think it would. We can score this here. Looks like we are able to. But yeah, I don't think this is going to affect Crow much at all. Crow is still going to be very, very good. Maybe a 1 second or 1.5 second off the slow time would be very, very helpful in terms of nerfing Crow and nerfing. Because basically now, if you slow someone, it can basically result in your teammates getting supers and stuff like that. But yeah, this is going to be a goal here. We're going to try and trick shot that. You love to see that. Anyway, let's get into the final brawler. It's going to be very good after the balance changes. Okay, so the next one, I think Dynamite could be very good, particularly on Siege. I think in competitive, we may see Dynamite on Siege now. It's always been Dynamite's best mode. And I feel like you're like, as you keep, like Dynamite got a buff, Barley got a nerf, right? So that's what I'm thinking, that if Dynamite is that good, we will see Dynamite the same places we would see Barley. So potentially on Siege and those short range heist and gem grab maps like Super Stadium and some other maps as well. Looks like Mortis is going down there. Jesse is very, very weak. We're going to push up here. But yeah, I love this change, honestly. Kind of hyped to see if Dynamite's meta. Kind of not hyped because I'm a trash Dynamite and I might be the one playing Dynamite, so we'll have to see. But it looks like Mortis going to be taken out here by our super. Well, he wasn't taken out. He is definitely hit by that. That hit him for 3k there. But I'm hyped to see if Mortis is in competitive. I think a lot of people as well will be pretty excited to see some Mortis in competitive. Obviously, Lukey Bear will be loving it. We're loving this Dynamite nerf, especially if he gets to play, Dynamite in competitive. That'd be pretty funny. But let's see if we can stay alive with our gadget. That gadget is going to be so speedy, by the way. The fidget spinner gadget. You might even be able to get first bolt with it on Siege, which would definitely make it very, very strong in terms of competitive. Let's see if Mortis goes in here. Looks like he's not going to. We already have 1 goal, so we're in a good position. I'm going to jump over this wall here and actually dodge that Mortis super. But it literally put us in the path of Mortis. Not ideal there. I don't think Mortis can score that. He's got to walk for a bear. Looks like he is going to go down here. Yeah, Dynamite's going to turn into pretty speedy boy. Going to make him easy to dodge. Also make it easy to hit your shots as well. Just because of the way Dynamite works. But it looks like Mortis is holding onto the ball for a little too long here. We're all going to get pushed back into this corner. Look at this trick shot. Oh, no. The typical Mortis Brawl trick shotter. You hate to see it anyway, but I think we're good here. I don't think we're going to concede in the final seconds here. Let's super that. And yeah, that's going to be a kill there. Looks like Mortis is looking to get some chains here, but it should be easy for us to kind of stay alive. I'm going to use this jump here just to jump over the Mortis. Mortis going to go down. That's going to wrap it up, I think, for this game here. Let's see if Mortis can score. That's going to wrap it up. GG's that. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely make sure to let me know what your favorite balance changes. I'm going to rate them a 9 out of 10. Some really, really solid changes here. I definitely like them a lot. So definitely make sure to subscribe. Make sure you're liking the video. Let me know what your favorite changes are down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.